All right, here we are in the step one intro, which is awake and aware. Renewal really begins with awakening. It's coming to an understanding of who you are in Christ and awaken to the reality that something is amiss in your life, something is not right, and that could be your relationship with the Lord, it could be your relationship with your spouse, it could be a number of different things, but it really does begin with awakening to the reality that something is not right. And in Ephesians 5:14, I was really encouraged by this verse. Paul says, "Wake up, sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." There's actually a couple of verses that talk about just kind of awakening. And this verse in particular is, when we become awakened from kind of the stupor, the slumber, the whatever we're in, Christ will actually start to shine on us. And initially, when you have a flashlight shined in your eyes after you've been in a dark room or you're camping or whatever, it's uncomfortable. But the truth is that light actually guides our path. Light actually illuminates things around us so that we can see clearly what's going on. And that is really the essence of step one. It's becoming awake and clearly seeing what is going on in our life that is causing havoc or chaos or just tension in our marriage. Distance in our relationship with the Lord is really becoming awakened to those things so that we can make changes. We can make, progress in an area that maybe we've been deficient. Similarly, in 1 Corinthians 15:34, Paul gives a powerful challenge. He says, "Wake up from your drunken stupor, as is right, and do not go on sinning, for some have no knowledge of God, and I say this to your shame." Awakening is not passive. There's an active piece of this where we are now fully awake and now we're aware that something has to change. And that's amazing. It's challenging, and oftentimes, our first reaction is like frustration. Oh, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not measuring up, or whatever it is. But that's fine, because we're called to grow. We're called to be more like Christ, and that takes effort. Men are not afraid of effort when the result or the goal is worthy enough. And my challenge to you is that the goal is becoming like Christ. The goal is having a marriage and a relationship with your wife that is full of joy and peace and love, and you just enjoy being with one another because you're serving one another out of a place of understanding and out of true identity, really. I mean, that's what happened with me. Is my identity was in other things. It was not in who I was in Christ. And so I was living very selfishly. I love what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 16, verses 13 and 14. He says, "Be on the alert, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong, let all you do be done in love." I think that really sums up, I think, the heart of where I want to be as a follower of Christ, and where I hope you also want to be as a follower of Christ, is that we would be strong, right? Not just physically strong, but emotionally strong, spiritually strong, and that everything that we do, like Christ, would be from a place of love. This is our call to the awakened life. It's one marked by faith and strength and love. That is what God is calling us to. Are you ready to step into it? Let's go.